here coming from the Big Island. How's everyone doing today? So I'm here actually at the beach, and I wanted to share a really amazing insight that I actually realized just a couple hours ago. Hopefully you can hear me well and it's not too windy. If it's too windy, then I might have to cover here. But I wanted to share some really big insight about how that actually all works. And it was just a really big awakening for me, so I wanted to share with that process. So for today's, for my show, my Fame and Fortune Impacting Millions show, my daily show, I wanted to share this insight. And if you're just listening in, just say hello, so that I know that you're listening. I'm at the beach, so if I get kind of cut off, I'm so sorry about that, because it's whatever internet is going through right now. So the topic that I'm going to talk about, what is your soul's brand, and why you may be hustling and not aware of your soul's brand is actually the missing piece that will make it very easy in terms of that particular aligned path that you're trying to create to your multi-million empire. And then the 3 steps to discover your soul's brand, even though you have it all. So, hi Kira, hi Carolyn, yay! So yeah, can you guys hear me fine? Is it too windy? I know that whenever I'm at the beach, it's always too windy, so maybe I have to like block off the wind. But it's like the wind is like over here, so maybe I gotta like hold it here. So yeah. If you guys can hear me fine, please just let me know that you hear me. If you hear the wind too much, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Okay, back to my subject. It's a bit but fun. Okay. If as long as like you can hear me well, okay? Because I have my little mic here, but if the wind blows at it, then it's hard to hear. I know. Okay, so what I actually realized this morning, actually I was talking to my VA, she's just super awesome, and what I actually realized that a part of what I do, maybe like people don't understand the value of it, mainly because they kind of like think of me as a person that's just like a psychic that can, like I tell you your soul's gift, like usually a lot of psychics or anybody that do intuitive work, they can easily read your soul and then tell you information about your soul or whatever like that, right? They can read your energy fields. They can read the information that surrounds you very easily. But there is actually a very big difference between how I do it and how other psychics do it. I literally go into your information, which is in your Akashic records, which tells all the entire information that you need to know about your soul. Okay, so I'm not like randomly just reading whatever information that is channeled at the moment. I'm actually looking at particular words and phrases and images and feelings of the way that your soul is designed to be here on earth. So probably like Carolyn, when she got her the blueprints that I did for her, she got that awakening, like, oh my god, like I know this is exactly what my soul is, right? So like, why haven't I been expressing it? And I have to tell you that whenever, like for example, whenever you make your website, whenever somebody designs anything for you, they're seeing you at a very different version, and you can actually like get a photo shoot from like 10 different people, and there'll be like 10 different images of who they can capture you as, right? But your soul is only one thing. It's only one kind of soul vibration, and it only has one kind of brand, really. But what happens is when you do an intuitive reading, or you do like a psychic reading or whatever, like they're like reading like pieces of what they can imagine you might be about. But what's so cool about what I do is I literally go in your records and I get the actual information of why source made you the way you are, like why source created your vibration in a certain way, and why you do things the way you do, right? Does it make sense? So in order to really know for sure, is you got to go look in your Akashic records. Because when I go in your records and I get all the information, it's so particular, like all the words, all the feelings, all the images, all the stuff that I get for you, it's all sitting there, and all the information has been there. It's not like it went away anywhere. It's literally there. But we can't read ourselves, actually. Like, it's really hard for you to read your own self. It's easier when you have an objective perspective, and that's why you need somebody else to read it for you. Does it make sense? So I got this realization this morning. I was like, wow, like what I actually do is I brand people's souls. I give them the particular, like how like a photographer can take a picture of an image of you as a speaker, or as I don't know, a cowboy, or as a whatever that they can imagine you as, right? We can play those roles. We can put on that cowboy hat, or like whatever, but that's on the surface. That's on the surface of what we usually show up, right? Like, we can put on that spiritual gown, with all the I laugh at now when I think about it. We wear like these kind of like long gowns. Spiritual people wear all these long gowns. It doesn't mean that you're super spiritual, okay, if you're wearing these long gowns. That's normally what happens, right? We don't have access to it, to really what our soul's brand is about, because we actually don't have it outside of us. It's actually there in your Akashic records, and in your Akashic records actually is in your heart. So, but you need somebody to be really good at pinpointing what in your heart your soul is. And so without knowing your blueprints, it's really hard to kind of capture that image, that feeling, those words. And those are the particular things that you need in order to, build a business, build an empire that you want, like to get what you want. If you don't have those particular frequencies, those soul vibrations, you wouldn't even know where to start, right? And so it's important for you to know those pieces, and then once you kind of bring those pieces all together, you're like, oh my god, I was like doing the wrong gift, you know what I mean? Like using the wrong words. I was using like all kinds of things that really wasn't you. And normally when my clients come to me, they think like they know what they are, and they're doing it, but then they're kind of like guessing. They're kind of like guessing pieces of what they are, and then it gets really, really confusing. Then what happens is your relationships get crazy, because you're not communicating your soul's gifts, and also your family and other members are not communicating their gifts either. They're usually communicating the shadow sides of themselves. And also you could be doing that too. So no wonder like your relationships go in this crazy chaotic mess, because nobody knows what the hell their soul is about. You know what I mean? So I got that really big awakening. I was like, no wonder we have so much communication issues. Like, if everybody really knew what their soul was about, we would actually talk, speak, walk really differently, right? When I started to own up that I was divine love, because actually for a really long time, I never thought I was divine love. I would actually say, I am not love. When I actually realized that I am, divine love, my whole world was so different. So whenever anybody comes to me, like, and I'm in this chaotic situation, I'm always asking myself, well, the reason people are coming to me or they have these problems is because they don't have love, right? They want connection, they want love from me. But then I was like, I don't know how to give that. How do you give unconditional love? Like, I didn't even know what that was like, right? So for a really long time, I was going on this unaligned path, and I didn't even know that I wasn't owning up that I was divine love. So like, if you're, for example, your divine order, you're going to always be in this situation where everybody wants you to put things in order, right? Like they want you to fix their problems and put things in order. Or if you're power, divine power, you would be the one kind of getting people in their power. Like, they're coming to you because they need more power, because they feel disempowered. You see what I mean? Or if you're about self-expression, divine self-expression, and you're about that authentic voice, helping people find their authentic voice, everybody around you is asking you how can I get more in touch with my authentic voice, my messaging, my divine self-expression, like these kind of things. You see what I mean? So if you're noticing around you, you'll probably be noticing people are coming to you for a particular reason, right? People are coming to me because they lack connection and they lack divine love, like the number 2 things that they're lacking, right? So you see how that works? Oh, hi Katie, hi Jane, hi Carrie, hi Lisa. Yeah, sorry, I was missing you guys. I was talking. Do you see how that works? So if you don't know your soul's brand that way, it can get really confusing. And then everybody around you doesn't understand you. You don't even understand yourself. So the only way is you need to know your soul's brand. Okay? When we talk about brand, we normally just think, yeah, the image, or I don't know, like the way that you want people to see you as, or something like that. But what I'm really talking about is actually what your soul is about. Why you came here on earth. Why are you here for that particular purpose? And why everybody has these different kind of soul vibrations is because we're meant to be helping who we are supposed to be helping for that particular reason, right? We need love. We need compassion. We need truth. We need wisdom. We need self-expression. We need order, right? We need power. Every soul has that one particular vibration that it's meant to serve those particular people that don't have it. Do you see what I mean? So your ideal tribe is going to be that particular soul vibration, that particular word, like how I'm love. Some of you might be order, or you might be power, or you might be truth, or wisdom, right? That particular vibration actually has a certain kind of business model. So when I go into your blueprints, I'm actually looking at what your soul is, and there's actually a particular business model or big dream vision of who you serve, how you help them, and what you're meant to be doing in terms of that purposeful work. Because if you don't know what that bigger dream is, you can just be guessing. You know, you can be like, oh yeah, I want to, like for me, like I could say like, oh, I just want a retreat center. Oh yeah, I just want to have my storefront. The reason I choose those particular ways is because it's really, really aligned to my divine love connection. Without having a healing center, it's very difficult for me to hold space for people to experience love. I can do that online, which I've been doing so far, but actually the capacity to hold space, it really is important for people to be in my presence, right? If you're power, or you're like divine power, you don't necessarily need a healing center to empower people. Like, you just got to get on stage and talk to people, right? And share your inspirational stories, motivate people to get off of their butts. That's what you're meant to be doing, right? So, or that if that's writing your book, right? Writing whatever it is. If you don't connect with that vibration, it's really hard for anybody to know how you serve them, and vice versa. You don't even know what is it for. You see what I mean? Here it says, your empathic nature is what attracts me to you, mix of divine love and compassion. Right, so that's what divine love is about, right? I'm very empathic. I feel you. That's why I'm always using the words feel, because it resonates to my audience. You have to feel what I'm talking about, right? I'm not going to say, get out of your head or something like that. I'm going to actually help you to feel the pain of what you're experiencing. So when you feel the pain, then you want to do something about it. That's what gets my tribe moving, is they feel something of my vibration, of my love and that compassion. People would not know that unless you get in my presence, right? So like you have that very particular soul vibration, and the reason why they're coming to you is for that one particular purpose. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so I have to get off my soapbox about your brand, your soul brand, okay? That's what your soul branding is about, right? Okay, I gotta look at my notes. And then, so yeah, the first step, there's 3 steps in terms of how you would know, how can you discover your soul's brand, okay? Even though you have it all, even though like you think like you're pretty rich, you've got it, you've got good money, you've got like fame, you've got like, doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, are you really in touch with your soul's brand or not? So I want you to think about this, okay? So yeah, you want to know your soul's brand vibration, right? Which is what I was talking about, because that tells you the unique blueprint. There's actually a really unique blueprint of your like big vision of what you are like essentially like all about, like what you are meant to create in this world, and how you like doing it, right? How exactly do you like doing it? What are your values? What are your core vision? What your strategy, your mindset should be about. Like, if you really want to get to multi-figures, or get to that next level that you're at in epic time, you really need to know that kind of vibration. What is that soul's brand? And when you can pinpoint that particular thing, everything is easy, right? Like, everything is easy for me now because I operate just from that particular vibration, which is love. I don't operate necessarily about power, even though I have that part of my vibration too. But the most important thing is I always have to operate out of love, in that loving vibration. Love and power is very different, right? Order and self-expression is very different. Even though it seems like you know what it is, it's hard to recognize that vibration until you're like in it and you're doing it every day. It's like part of your life. You know how to get into that alignment, right? Okay, so that's the first thing, is you need to know your soul's brand, that vibrational level, so that it will give you like, how do I say, it will give you like the first foundation of everything that you do in your life and business. Okay, then second thing is you actually really need to get rid of your soul's karmic noise. No matter how much like work you've done on yourself, everybody has karmic noise in our Akashic records. Unless you go in there and you actually clear it and you delete it, everybody has it. Okay, most of the time what we're doing is we're only covering the band-aid. When we go and see a psychic and we just clear something, normally the level that they clear is not deep in the DNA. It's actually like maybe the fourth dimensional part of your soul. So meaning only from the mental and emotional body, or a little bit of your physical body, which is maybe the chakra system or stuff like that. But actually what you need is the fifth dimensional level, which is in your Akashic records, which are really particular stuff that needs to get cleared so that you can make more money, more opportunities to have more fame and impacting millions. If you don't have any of those karmic noise in there, naturally you just manifest and you bring like everything you want in your life in epic time. So that's why for me it's very easy to manifest, because if I just have an intention, there's no block in my physical, emotional, or mental bodies at all. And because I'm so soul aligned, it just like manifests on earth like quickly. But if you have karmic noise, what's happening is it's like all around you, and it actually sabotages you from creating whatever you intended, right? So then like you procrastinate, or you get really tired and you're just like, heck it, I'm just not going to do it, I'm just going to take a break or something, when you actually should hustle to the end. Like whatever the ego sabotage that comes up, normally it's from that, because your karmic noise is so loud that you don't have the capacity to actually manifest in the 3D. Okay, so that's like the second step. You really need to get rid of those like deep soul karmic stuff. And if it's there, then what happens, it blows up in your face, like literally blows up in your face. So everybody, if you ever heard of anybody's story, however they got famous, however they made a lot of money at one time, at one point, they always say something like, oh, I got this autoimmune disease that happened to me, or this like fell into depression or something, right? Like that, pretty dramatic, that like changed their entire trajectory. The reason that happens is because of the karmic noise in their all around them, manifested in their physical body. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever you, when you make, actually you get more expanded and you make more money and get more fame and fortune, actually naturally in that expanded state, you can also somaticize everything in your body. You can get very overweight. You can like be totally obsessed about your body and all these kind of things, because of the fact that your karmic stuff is blowing up, and then the only way for you to clear it is in the body. Does it make sense? So then your body gets really weak, you get super tired, and this is normally what people tell you, right? Like they just need to take time off, and then they kind of run away, kind of retreat during that time when they actually was turning it off. So to actually stop that from happening, you have to clear all that karmic noise. It's the only way to get past it. And normally when people come to me, they're actually in that state. They're totally in that state where the body just like blew up with all kinds of issues. Katie says, mine was exactly because of autoimmune disease. Thankfully I healed it. Yeah, so that normally happens when you really get so expanded. Maybe you did your purpose, maybe you got famous, maybe like whatever, like something that looks like you've expanded who you are, right, at a very, very deep level. Then it has to happen, like it has to, how do I say it, it has to go somewhere. And the only way it can go somewhere, if there is that karmic noise all around you, it has to happen in your body. So then it's unexplainable diseases, people have panic attacks, they've got nightmares, you can't sleep at night, like all of those kind of things. They even go into like drug abuse or addictions. These type of really unfortunate type of behaviors all happen because the karmic noise like exploded, and they have to like experience it and get rid of it through the body. Either the body, the mind needs to get rid of it somehow, right? So that is actually why, because you really have to get rid of the karmic stuff around you. It's so key. And so what happens is, from that point, to overcome that, you end up going in a totally wrong, unaligned path, and it affects all of your 10 life areas. Like literally, you can't relax. You know, your rest and relaxation, your family, your finances, your gosh, anyway, there's like 10 of them that I look up, but there's like 10 of your life areas that really actually needs to balance and needs to up level, but you can't do it because you're so sick, you're so tired, you don't know what's going on. Like all these kind of things will happen because of that. Does that make sense? So okay, so yeah, that's the second thing. It blows up in your face, like literally the karmic noise both affects your whole life areas. Then the third thing is then what you actually need to do is you really need to know what your soul's dream is, what your soul actually is meant to establish, and you need to make that high leap to that next level by really actually understanding your highest gifts. I call it like your psychic gifts, but really I mean like your soul's specific gifts. Okay. So at that time, what you need is actually, you need to know what your soul's words are, your soul's power words. When you know that unique vibration of what your soul is about, right, there's actually particular words that call in your tribe, that calls in your more ideal people, the more ideal people in your life. And at the time, you have to exclude a lot of people, a lot of places, a lot of things that's not in alignment. And you need to go with ease with it, because at that moment it can be very intense when you're going through the healing process of like trying to let go of all of that, right, in your body, mind, and spirit, and you feel really, really tired. But you really need to get into that higher vibration of what your soul level gifts are. And so when you actually do that, then that brings in naturally the more money into your life, and at ease. Like it's much easier Because actually when you're having health issues, right, like you can't do much, right? You can't be like jumping around and launching 10 million things. You really need the time to rest. Your body needs to like clear all the crap. And then at that level, you need to really awaken your psychic gifts, your highest level of gifts, what your soul's gifts is. I'm not talking about just the mind and the body level, which normally that's like us, you know, singing or dancing or, you know, just teaching people or coaching people. Like those are normally our like our body or our mind level gifts. But what you actually need to do is activate your highest level of your psychic gifts so that you can actually get connected to source and receive your expertise and what you're a master genius at. When you actually are really aligned to your as a master genius of what you do, your expertise, your whole soul and your brand, they all line up, and your big vision of whatever your business you want to create, like all comes together. So normally when people come to me, they have like all of these things like all separate, right? Like they're doing coaching over here, they're doing like products over here, they've got like that storefront going, they've got like that new product line going, or like all kinds of like projects going. And they're like trying to separate everything. But actually what you need to do is you need to bring all of your gifts all together so that it's like supporting each other for the bigger goal, the bigger vision, the bigger dream of what you want to create. And to me, that's true soul alignment and business alignment and what your soul brand is. Does that make sense? I hope like I didn't kick all of you guys off because of the internet. Hi Flora. Hi Jessie. Hi Venus. Oh, my sister is here. Hi Jay. Hi Kimberly. I miss you guys. Hi Iris. Okay, I hope that you guys can still hear me, right? It might be going in and out because I'm at the beach. I'm so sorry. So anyway, what I was saying. So yeah, that's the third thing, right? Is you really want to activate that higher level of gifts. And normally, if you don't know those three major things, you don't know your soul's brand, you don't clear all that karmic noise, and you don't, you know, you're not really totally aligned to the way that you want to do things, then you get all of these kind of like problems that blow up in your face. Does that make sense? So the only way to get back in alignment is you need to get back in alignment with your soul's design, your soul's brand. And it makes it easy for you once you know what your soul's brand is. So I know like some of you guys just came on late, so you're gonna have to like listen to the beginning part because I gave a really amazing content. And yeah, that was really cool. Because I had this really cool awakening as to why you need to know what your blueprints are and your soul's blueprints, and also why you need to clear these kind of soul level blocks. It really is like crucial. If you really feel like you're hustling and you're like you feel like you're doing your purpose, but just something's missing, something's not right, it's because you don't know what your soul's brand is. You don't know what your soul's unique, I call it energetic signature. You're not really sure. And when you find those missing pieces and you bring it all together, naturally you will make more money. You'll make, get like opportunities on big media and these kind of things. Like that's why it's naturally happening to me, because I'm never doing anything that's not my soul's vibration. And if I do, it's really clear to me I'm misaligned. Like it blows up in my face in the wrong way, So if you guys have any questions for me, I just wanted to share that. That was really a really big thing that I realized that's a missing piece that you may not even be aware of. And once you know what your soul's blueprints are, what your brand is, right, your soul's brand, it will make you like easily get to those high figures. and even if you are, you know, making high figures, it will be the missing piece that will get you to your next level. It's really incredible what happens with that. So, all right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, let's see if I missed anything that you guys are saying. Probably everybody got kicked off several times because of the internet. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. If you want to know about your soul's brand and you want to know all these kind of things, like, totally reach out to me. You know, I can share about it for you. One cool thing is actually I made a quiz on this, which is your Divine Business Gifts quiz. So if you go on my website, www.beingalohi.com, on there, on the front page, actually, there's a link. There's like the opt-in where you can get the quiz, and you can find out what your divine gifts may be about. That will give you a really, really good frame of reference as to what kind of words that your soul is, which is your soul's brand. And if you really, really want to know for sure, then you can, of course, contact me, and then I can actually look it up in your Akashic records. And that will give you really, really big, like a big piece to make sure that you're in alignment. But if you really need help with this, usually when people come to me, everything is just like, you know, chaotic, distracted, bad things are happening, they feel stuck. And the reason that you're feeling that way, because you're not in alignment with your soul completely anymore. So we can go totally on an unaligned path, and then finally realize like what our soul is and what we actually want to align to. And then once you do, everything just all goes back into alignment. But sometimes you really need a clearing at that time that will give you the boost to go after whatever the next level is. So that's why actually I have 4 levels of my clearing work, because there's actually different levels from your 5th, your 4th, and 3rd dimensional aspects that needs to get cleared, so that you can get into your higher dimensional aspects, which is usually like 7th dimensions and up. If you really want to live in that higher consciousness, your body, mind, and your spirit, which is your 5th and your 4th and 3rd dimensional aspects, needs to be all cleared, so then you can actually manifest in the physical realm. That's so important. If you've got all of that stuff going on, it's really difficult. Hi, Kimberly. Oh, she's from Vancouver. Hi, Alexis. Yeah, okay. So I hope that was that really good for you guys? Did you learn a lot? Did that like awaken something in you? I hope so. Because it's without, like I said, without knowing your soul's brand, you can be just totally guessing, totally actually not in alignment. And even the people that really make good money, they may think that they're in alignment, but actually they're not. When they come to me, like, I tell them like what they're missing, and they're like, oh my god, like I was doing the wrong thing for such a long time, and that's why I feel really tired, I feel sick, and I need that stuff to be cleared. They get totally blocked, right? They got autoimmune diseases, or even nightmares, or these kind of weird things. It's really karmic. All of that stuff that's happening to you, money blocks, all of that, it's all very karmic. Normally about 90% of what's going on around you and what you're thinking about in your life right now is not yours. It's literally not yours. Then when I can clear it for you, you can actually live in the present. And even the people that are involved with you in your present life, the reason that there's so much chaos is because they only remember you as what you were in those particular past lives, right? All of that problems that you're having was all past life related. So what happens actually when you remove those contracts or those vows or whatever I find that was there, you actually can have more intimate relationships. You can actually be more present with people. You're kind of your thoughts in your mind that you used to have won't be there anymore. It's really amazing to actually not have those crazy thoughts. Those crazy thoughts are actually not your thoughts. They're literally like soul level crap around you that is not yours. And I'm pretty sure everybody that is listening to this right now probably feels that right now, right? You don't know why the hell you have all these irrational thoughts, or especially if you have irrational stuff about being visible, or like, you know, like getting out there or whatever. That's really not yours. It's all like this past life, like crazy mess that you remembering about yourself, and also other people are remembering about you. So then you're not really living present. You can't really enjoy what you're doing completely. Alright, well, if you guys want to hear more about this, totally subscribe. Actually, on the top there, I think there's my little face there. Just subscribe there, so that you can get on my live streams. I do this every day, or if not every day, I do at least 3 or 4 times a week. Actually, I probably do it too much. I get on these live streams and I share amazing content with you. Please, like, share this if this was really enlightening to you. Like, share this. And then I'll be actually coming to LA and New York. So if you really want to meet up with me, and you can come along, like, I would love to meet you. I'll be going there July 26th in LA, and then I'll stay there for a bit, and then I'll be in New York from August 1st, and I'll be there until August, I think, like 5th. So anyway, I want to, you know, connect with you, and so if you have the time, come see me. Right? Carolyn says no, way too much. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come and listen to me again. I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Aloha.